Alright. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Late Night Tips. Tonight we're going to look at 5 ways how to achieve glitching on the Octatrack. The Octatrack is a super powerful machine when it comes to glitching, and it seems like it was designed with that purpose in mind. So, that being said, let's get right into it. Okay, so I have several tracks in here. So the kick drum is coming from the Electribe and it's triggered via MIDI. I have very simple rim shot, a pad, little percussive sound, and a bunch of field recorded glitch tracks in here. So that's what we have. So let's start with this, and the most basic function of the Octatrack that you can use to achieve glitch effects is obviously the retrigger function and the retime function here on the playback page. So first of all, you can just add some retrigger and that's what you get. And retime, yeah. Alright, so in and of itself, this is not very creative. But what you can do is go to your crossfader and your scenes and add a little retrigger to your scene. So that's what you can do. If you really want to get creative with this, you can tie both the retrigger and the retime function to your fader. So that's maybe a little bit too much. Yeah. Alright, so that's a pretty cool effect, I think. And if you want to make it a little bit more musical, you can add a little filter to this and maybe a little delay. So with a little delay, what you get, it's going to emphasize the glitching effect. Alright, so that's it. That's the first function. And first thing we can do with the Octatrack if we want to glitch. The second thing is also very basic and is also connected with the crossfader. So I have this, and what I can do in here is go to my delay, make sure that the tape is on 1, and maybe I can unsync it. Let's see that. And then I go to my delay. Nice. Select send at 100% and feedback at around 70%. Maybe a little filter in here. And then what I do is I select the next scene because I don't want to lose my first setting, and I go to time and I go let's go hardcore with the time. So then that's what you're gonna get. This sort of like weird tape effect that can also be very, very cool, especially at the end of a song like we just saw in here. So that's the second trick. The third thing that we can do pretty successfully, I think, is use this super powerful function that I already explored in my humanizing drums video, and one of my favorite functions of the Octatrack, which is the random LFO. So I have a basic beat in here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the retime to, let's say, 4 or even 3. 4 is good. Then I'm going to go to my LFO1, going to select my random waveform. Here we go. Set the time to 16 to make sure that it syncs. Set the trig to hold. And my parameter in here is going to go to Retime. Okay, so now each trig gets a random retime note, so the retime changes, and with the retrigger at 4 you can get really crazy results, as you see. What we can do additionally is to add some filter to make it a little bit more musical, maybe a little reverb. And now, basically every time it goes around, it's going to sound a little different, which is pretty cool and unpredictable. Sometimes the effect can be nasty, but in here I think this works. And alright, so that's it. And the next thing we can do is also use the random function in two ways. So I have, I have some of my field recorded slices in here. So what we can do is obviously use the slice function in here in the edit mode and create random locks. Sure. So that's cool, but what's even cooler is we go to LFO, and again we select a random wave and we do the same thing. Let's do 16, 64, hold. But what we do is we go to playback start, and you might notice that playback start is also responsible for slices in here in that mode. So if we go to start, it is going to select a new slice randomly from all the slices available every time it goes around. So you can actually shorten the sequence to just one bar if you want to, because it's going to be different each and every time. See? And if we want to take it even further in here, we can go to random again, but this time take it to the filter. And apply the same settings. And then mess around, maybe Q set only to the width. Okay, sound like that. And then maybe we can add a little compressor to make it a little bit more even. Something like that. Alright, so that's the effect. So that's the fourth thing we can do to get a really nice random glitchy effect. And the final fifth thing that you can do is set up your master track in here to serve as a echo freeze bus for all your tracks. So I already explained how echo freeze works in another video. You can find it in here. And essentially what you do is you select the delay control function and you select your master channel, which is trig 16, and you go to town. So one thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to sort of be very musical with the delay and get the beats, so catch the important parts of the beat inside the buffer to make it really work. But you can really go crazy with all those four effects. Let's see how it all works. and so on. So that's it. Here are the 5 tricks you can use to get your glitch right on the Octatrack. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like that and more jams. Have a great night. Take care.